Hey guys, Krystal here and welcome to my channel. Alright guys, so if you haven't subscribed to me for a while, you know that I actually have not made a video in quite some time. I think it's been about 2 weeks. So I wanted to go ahead and just break the ice by doing a story time. I'm not exactly sure what I want to call this story time. I think I'm going to start like labeling it either Suspenseful Saturdays or What's in That Box Wednesdays, because I'm not knowing. I'm going to go in filming, not knowing what I'm going to be filming. If you don't know what I mean, I have this. And as you can see, all of those are different things that has happened to me. And I will be adding more, obviously, but this is what I have so far. Let's just get on into it. I don't want to ramble too much. So let's go ahead and pick one out and see what it says. That time I called a shoplifter when I was alone, and then like it had like in little notes, it says like bracelet. You guys see that? There you go. Excuse my sloppy handwriting. Okay, so we're obviously going to talk about the time that I caught a shoplifter. So if you don't know anything about me, I have been working in retail since I was 16 years old. I am now 27 years old, so you do the math, and I have been in management since 18 years old. So I have almost 10 years of management experience. Just saying. All right, so this particular shoplifting experience wasn't as bad as other ones that I have had, but since it's the one that we pulled out, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the time 3 shoplifters thought they can steal from me when I was by myself and piercing ears. So I was obviously distracted / preoccupied. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this. So since I am a manager at this point in time, you know, I don't really want to get too in specifics. So I'm gonna try to be as general as possible. So I don't want to say like, you know, like the company names or anything like that. Okay, so again, I'm gonna try to be as general as possible. So this store right here was a B volume store. So I would say that it was, you know, it had like decent foot trafficking in like rush hour times, but in the morning it was very, very slow. So this took place in the morning, and I obviously can open up the store by myself, and then I believe the assistant key holders were coming in later. I don't really remember what time they were coming in, but I know that I was there by myself. In this particular store, we did ear piercings. So since I am by myself, I'm not gonna say no to ear piercings, especially since in this store they had like different kinds of ear piercings. They had stainless steel, they had silver. No, they did not have silver. They had stainless steel. They had it wasn't even stainless steel. I think it was like surgery steel or something like that. Yellow gold and white gold, and I believe that's really all I remember. So no, it was stainless steel. The belly button piercings were surgical steel. Okay, so there we go. So whenever you get, it's very rare to get gold ear piercings because most people want to opt. There's like a little friend like flying around. He's not even my friend. He's messing with me. So normally people want to get like, you know, the cheapest thing, which is stainless steel. And these 2 people came in together with their parents wanting the yellow gold, which was about $55 for each person, so each kid. So you obviously as a manager have a goal of amount of ear piercings that you need to get, and I don't remember, we'll say 5. And you know, this like really helps you out because you get most of your ear piercings in the weekend and whenever you're busy. There's also more people working, so like your chances are a lot slimmer. So since I was working by myself in the morning, I was like, heck yeah, you know, great. You know, I did one person's ear piercing, but right when I was going to do the second person's ear piercing, I noticed a group of 3 people walking in. They saw that I was busy with the people here, but I still went and I still greeted them because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do, offer them a basket. Here you go. This is kind of where the story starts to get a little bit interesting. So these 3 women, or little girls, teenagers, we'll say maybe 16 and 17 years old, they come in and they start looking at the like cash wrap where all of like the little stuff are there, you know, like buy one get one half off, like the jewelry add-ons and stuff. And I remember one of the girls was like trying to get a bracelet off of the bracelet tower that was a little bit further down. And you know, like me, I work there, so I can just grab it off and just take it off and like, you know, give it to her to put it in her basket. But whenever you're a customer, you're kind of a little like, ooh, like I don't want to break it, you know, most customers anyways. So, you know, I greet them, I'm like, oh, like, do you need help, blah, blah, blah. So I'm taking it off. So since I'm the one that's taking it off, I'm obviously gonna know which one that she has. And as I'm taking it off, she compliments my tattoo, which says trust. She was like, oh, trust, you know, like that's good, you know, blah, 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 like that's cute or something like that. And I was like, no, it says trust no one, because it's a matching tattoo to my husband. So trust no one, which is something that I stand by. I don't trust anybody. And this is why. So, you know, like trying to like, you know, get on my good side, I guess you can say. So she was like, oh yeah, you know, I like your tattoo, this and this and that. And I was like, oh yeah, thanks, whatever. So I give her the bracelet. So she has that bracelet. It's a turquoise gold cross, of course I still remember. She also had a couple of other ones. She had a black one with an anchor and a black one with the gold cross as well. So they're in her basket, and then she goes and she walks over to the cosmetics wall. As she's walking over to the cosmetics wall, I start prepping up to pierce this other person's ear, but I'm still waiting for them to check out, because when you pierce somebody's ear, you need to wash your hands, go to the back, and you can't touch anything else on your way out. So I can't go and help this customer and then come back and pierce his ear, because if he gets an infection, it's my butt on the line. So I need to abide by the rules, obviously, because Texas has like this different laws and stuff like that that we need to abide by whenever you're doing piercings. And I think that goes for anybody that does piercings and stuff like that. Back to topic. So as a, you know, person of retail, even if you are sales, you should always know what your customers have in hand. Even if they don't look like they're going to shoplift, you want to know what they have in their hand, not because you think they're going to shoplift, but so that you can add other things to their items. So if I know that they, like this one lady has like a turquoise bracelet in her hand, I can be like, oh, you know, like we have this top over here that's turquoise as well, it'll match, you know, this and this and that. I'll do a whole different video on like sales tactics, trust me. With that being said, I'm always very observant and I have a photographic memory. So I'll remember what you're wearing, I'll remember what you have, I'll remember everything. It's like I take a mental picture. So with that being said, you know, I'm here and I'm trying to make like small chit chat with them, with the people who are waiting to have their ear pierced, because I already pierced one. The second one is waiting and I'm there making like small chat, and I'm just like, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and like, you know, wait for them to check out so that I can like wash my hands and stuff. Since I had open communication with the people who were waiting to get their ear pierced, I, you know, was like, you know, do you mind like looking for a second, or just giving me like, you know, like a few minutes so that I can go ahead and wait for them to like come and check out, and you know, like this and this and that. And they're usually like, yeah, you know, like sure, that's fine. And to be honest, if they were in a rush, I would have been a little nervous. I would have been like, you know, like what am I gonna have to do? The situation would have been a little bit different. So like as I'm making like small talk and stuff, like when I would look up, we would have mirrors on the top so I could see like what they're doing from above. And they are kind of, I don't know, they kind of are like clustery, and they're giving you like your normal kind of like shoplifter vibes, you know, kind of like sticking close together, you know, staying very, very close and like kind of handsy. You kind of giving me like their body language, like they're turning their backs on me. But we have mirrors on the top, so I can see everything from like a bird's eye view. I can see everything. I'm pretty sure, since they came in the group of 3, I'm pretty sure if I were by myself, 1 or 2 of them would come and try to distract me. And it has happened before in another job where the sister came and distracted me, asking me about the job and, you know, like job application, this and this and that, while the other sister was stealing sandals. So I see the girl that has the bracelet, and she quickly shoves them in her brown crossbody bag. And I saw it was pretty slowish quick, to be very honest, but she's 16, 17, hey, whatever. I don't know, I guess they were trying to be slick. So yeah, I did see it. So as soon as I saw that, I called security, because even though it is a bracelet, you know, like I'm by myself, I'm not gonna let someone steal from me. it's gonna be my butt, especially whenever we do like inventory and stuff. Shrink is gonna look bad. Call security and I'm like, can you hurry up? I'm by myself, whatever. And security was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and come. So I hang up and then I'm just like watching them, and the people that are waiting for me to get their ear pierced are sitting right next to the telephone, so they can kind of hear me what's going on and stuff like that. So one of the friends probably heard me call somebody or something like that, because I just see them whispering to one another. And then you see the girl take the bracelets very, very like in front of me. So she makes it very, very obvious that she's taking the bracelets out of her bag, and she puts them over the bracelet display, and then she leaves them there. And she's like,
I ain't going to no jail for these bracelets. No, it's not worth it.
Stuff like that. So as they're leaving, they left. I called security again and I was like, you don't need to come, blah, blah, blah. It's been resolved. And they were like, okay. So I remember like the mom of those two kids waiting to get their ears pierced saying like, how did you see them? Like, I didn't even see like them take anything. Like, it's crazy, because I don't know if they thought that maybe I was being crazy. I really don't know, because they were just like, what's going on? Like, oh my God, like someone's stealing. Like, you know how it is, like everybody's like chismosa. So fortunately for me, that wasn't a really bad story. Like, I've had pretty bad stories, and I'll tell you, it'll get to it. There's more stories in there. It'll get to it. I have pretty bad customer stories, but I also have pretty bad like shopping experiences as well. So we'll get there. So although I will say that this one wasn't that bad of a story, I still think that it was kind of funny, just thinking that like people actually do target people who are very busy. Or me, I was by myself. I was preoccupied with, we'll say 3 people, and they came in as a group of 3, and one of them will try to distract you, but in this case, I was already distracted, which is why all 3 of them stayed together, I guess. So that's pretty much it. Like, after they ended up leaving, I, just made, like, I saw all the bracelets there, so that was good. I finished up my ear piercings, and the mom was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that, like, like we were actually here to see that, and just like, oh my God, So yeah, it just goes to show you that not every shoplifting experience is like ready to throw hands, Some of them will put stuff back. Like I've had a lot of like shoplifting stories. I have like 3 right now on like the top of my head, not including this one, so we'll get there. We'll get there, okay? So I don't know, I think the overall message of this story is to not be scared. If you do work in retail, don't be scared to apprehend a shoplifter. Don't be afraid to prosecute a shoplifter, because it's not always bad. As you can see in this experience, they smartened up, saw that I saw they were going to be taking the stuff, and put it back. That has happened to me, but it's not always bad. There are some cases where they'll like run and like they'll drop their bag and they'll just leave because they have over $50 of amount of merchandise that they have tried to steal. So I have bad stories, I have not so bad stories, so we'll see, I don't know. So be prepared for more story times. If you are interested in like in advice for retail, like how to prevent shoplifters, how to like encounter shoplifters, how to prosecute, or like exactly like what to do if you're a little bit on the scared side or timid side, or whatever you want to say. If you're really uncomfortable with confrontation, I can go ahead and show you guys how you can spot things like that. Or I'll also do like a video on sell tactics, survival guide / retail 101 for sales associates, key holders, assistants, and even store managers. So be prepared for that. I'll probably do like a own series in itself and create a playlist for those of you who are in retail, because I know retail is really booming right now. So there's that. And yeah, I'll do a playlist on that itself, but it will also still be in the playlist with my story times, since these are considered story times. I think what I'm gonna do is change this into a little box, and we'll name it What's in the Box Wednesdays. I was going to do that with my subscription boxes, like what's in the box Wednesdays for like my subscription boxes, but then I feel personally like I would have to post them only on Wednesdays, and I like to post my unboxings as soon as I get them. You know how it is. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, leave them down in the comments below. I'll get back to you as fast as I possibly can. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the little bell, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.